Thank you. Senator Lujan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Kernan, are you suggesting that the beautiful bill that just got passed is going to grow under President Trump more than the $3 trillion, $3.5 trillion in debt that it created?
Senator, what I'm trying to suggest is that tax reform was
okay. It's not a yes or no. Okay, that's fine. I appreciate that. Before I get started, Mr. Chairman, first I want to just say thank you to the witnesses for being here today, nominees for being here today. But before I get started, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a ProPublica article. The article explains that the Internal Revenue Service is building a system to share millions of confidential tax records with the Department of Homeland Security, an action which is in violation of U.S. taxpayer law.
Without objection.
Mr. Chairman, when the IRS Commissioner, when Mr. Long sat before this committee, several of us asked a very specific question, and his response to them was, quote, "I don't think anyone's taxpayer data should be released to anyone," and quote, "I'm going to follow the law wherever the law takes me." Mr. McKernan, I would argue that the IRS Commissioner is not living up to his word. My question to you is, if confirmed, will you stand up for taxpayer privacy and follow the law?
Senator, yes, if confirmed, I will follow the law.
Mr. Adams, Head Start provides critical early childhood programs and helps make child care safer and more affordable for families across the country. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
You know what Head Start is?
I am familiar. As I said to several of the other senators, my wife, who's here today, her grandmother ran a Head Start program in Blackfoot, Idaho in the late 60s, early 70s.
Well, thank you for doing that. I'm one of two senators that went to Head Start. I thought everyone got to go. I didn't know I had to qualify for being poor. So thank you for doing that for families that need it. Is it a program that you'll support?
I would reiterate what the Secretary said. He wants to make Head Start better and brighter by the end of this term, and I share that commitment.
You got family behind you that started the program. You'll support the program?
I am committed to making the program better and brighter by the end of the term.
Let me try one more time. Will you support the program?
I support making the program better and brighter.
You can't say yes. Will you support the program?
Senator, I think we're saying the same thing. I support the program and
I'll make it easier for both of us. I'll move on. At the beginning of 2025, the Trump administration was found to be withholding nearly $1 billion in Head Start. Are you aware of that?
I read reports about it, yes.
That's yes. You were aware then. You read the reports. I appreciate that. Over the last few months, a handful of programs have had to temporarily close due to funding delays or began shutdown procedures when grant funds and communication from the Office of Head Start were not forthcoming. As we can anticipate, this is impacting Head Start programs nationwide and forcing closures, which hurt children, teachers, and families. Your family would attest to this, and I, again, appreciate what they created. Now, I know the value of Head Start, as I shared with you earlier. My question, Mr. Adams, is do you know how many children Head Start served over the past fiscal year?
Funded slots has declined in recent years. I believe it's around 750,000 funded slots. It might have been over 800,000 in the previous fiscal year, though.
The number that I have is 729, but in that same range, so I very much appreciate your knowledge there. Yes or no, do you believe that it is acceptable for Head Start programs to face layoffs or closures due to federal funding delays?
Senator, my commitment is to get funding out at as appropriated by Congress timely. I understand Head Start have thinner margins than state agencies like mine who receive lots of federal grants. I do think additional priority and emphasis needs to be placed on them.
So, Dr. Adams, when Congress appropriates money and takes action in the House and Senate to appropriate money for Head Start, you'll push back against Russ Vought and others that try to take that money away?
Senator, my job is to follow the law.
Is that a yes?
My job is to follow the law and the appropriations authorized by Congress.
Do you think Russ Vought is following the law today with his rescission initiatives?
I'm not familiar enough with the rescission decisions.
If Congress appropriates money, is it the executive branch's responsibility to follow the law and administer those programs as Congress passed them?
So, Senator, I guess I see my job as following the law. I'll work with my Office of General Counsel and others to do so.
Dr. Adams, will you keep your word? When you say you'll follow the law, will you keep your word and follow the law?
I will follow the law, Senator.
I hope that you keep your word. It's incredible to me how in this town, folks will come before this committee, they're under oath. Secretary Kennedy was here and said he'd respond to us in a timely way. I've been after him for like 5 months now to respond to a letter that a bunch of Democrats and Republicans have signed on to regarding measles. He's not done it. All we can ask is that we do the best that we can. You're outstanding individuals. I just hope that people can keep their word and that the careers that you all have had, the LIHEAP program that you're so proud of, that this administration doesn't put you in a position where you have to jeopardize your character, y'all. We have different ways of getting there to help people. I respect that. Protect the character you've established by helping others and doing the great things that you said you would do. I certainly hope that I see you do that, and that we can get through some of this. Look, I was raised on a small farm. Simple yes or no is what my dad would expect. Once I started going on and on and on and on, my dad would quickly tell me the cover-up is worse than the lie. I certainly hope that we can just be honest with each other. And when the answer is yes, we should be proud and say, yes, I support those things, or no, can't do it that way. And then we can talk about it a little bit. So, Mr. Chairman, I thank you for the indulgence here and, wish you all luck, pray for you. And please keep your word, protect your character as you do your jobs that you will be confirmed to do. Thank you.